Hello, everyone, and welcome to my once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic astrologer as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And before I bring on our lovely guest today, I wanted to go into the astrology, what's going on in the sky, because I think it's important that we come in armed and ready for some of the transits that are coming. So, welcome to our Monday gathering. I want to acknowledge some things that are very real that we've been feeling in our bodies, in our minds, and in our nervous systems. I know I have for the past 2 weeks, and the astrology has not been subtle. It has been really intense. So, since the first half of January, I went through this in the last show, we've been moving through a series of many stelliums. What's a stellium? It's a bunch of planets getting together and having a war. So that and combustions too, because the sun is involved. And that began in Sagittarius for the first 2 weeks of January. And now we're in Capricorn. So Capricorn, that governs governments, leadership, infrastructure, borders, and systems we can rely on for stability. So as always, the sky speaks through the earth. And at the start of these planetary conflicts, Jonathan and I literally experienced a 6.5 earthquake in Mexico City on June 2nd. And then when the planet shifted fully into Capricorn this week, we had a 5.3 earthquake that followed it. So we were literally shaken by some of this energy. And at the same time, we've seen escalating political unrest and a lot of polarization going on throughout the world. There's renewed conversations around war, military action, and national security. There's ongoing natural disasters, some infrastructure strain, and economic pressure. So this is exactly how these major combustions and planetary wars express themselves in Jyotish, which is Vedic astrology. And it's not just conflicts between people in our personal lives, but it's pressure within our systems and stress released through the earth itself. So let's orient ourselves really briefly about what's happening in the sky, and then I'm going to get to your questions. Venus entered Capricorn on January 12th, and that's values meeting reality. The sun entered Capricorn on January 14th. That's authority, karma, and consequences. And then Mars entered exaltation in Capricorn on January 15th. That's immense force, a lot of discipline, also aggression if Mars is misused because he's god of war. And then Mercury moved into Sagittarius and Capricorn, and from Sagittarius to Capricorn. And that engaged the first war with Mars and now Venus. So we have 5 planets in Capricorn right on top of each other. And they all came together on the new moon on January 18th. So, whoa, that was in Uttara Ashada. So that can bring some endurance and long struggles our way. So this is not a fast energy. This is grinding, karmic, unavoidable energy. And then today, January 19th, this marks the end of the Mercury-Mars war, but not the end of the lesson. So I went to my Bhagavad Gita. It's a sacred text that I recommend that you all read. And I said, what is going on? Give me some wisdom for the violence that's going on in the world right now. And I got the quote, he who is free or she from egoism, whose intelligence is not tainted, though he acts in the world, is not bound by action. So what does that mean? The Gita is not telling us to withdraw from reality. It's teaching us how to act without being consumed by hatred, fear, or ego. So in times like these, when wars, disasters, or injustice dominate the headlines, danger is not action itself. Danger is acting from ego and panic and identity rather than our beautiful dharma. So this verse reminds us that the self, the spirit within, some call it the Holy Spirit. In Sanskrit, we call it Atman. The self is the witness. And the gunas, which are tamas, rajas, sattva, move among the gunas. And we are being called to act clearly, steadily, and without personal gain at this time. So I also went to Swami Sivananda. He's a famous sage. They call him a God man. He was with us until 1963. And he gave a lot of guidance that feels perfect for this moment. And he said, do not react, respond. Reaction binds you, response liberates you. And he also said that calmness of mind is one of the most beautiful jewels of wisdom. So when Mars is exalted, Mercury's getting burned by the sun, Saturn's preparing to reassert its discipline, reaction is the trap. So your response should be coming from a very grounded, ethical, and patient place. That is the remedy for right now. Another set of powerful remedies that I would recommend you do right now, especially this week, is grounding yourself, because all of these planets are going through sidereal Capricorn. Walk barefoot on the earth if possible. Slow, intentional movement. Reduce stimulation or any impulsive decision making. You don't want to do that during planetary wars. You can set long-term intentions, especially after this new moon that we just had, but don't rely on quick fixes, and ask, what am I building that will last and protect me into the future? And a really good mantra that you can do, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now, is called the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. And it goes like this. It offers a ton of protection and steadiness. It's like a karmic shield. Okay. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. And I hope you felt that. I also have it in my shorts if you would like to practice it at home. And I pray for your protection and for calmness of mind, and let the serenity of groundness surround you. Okay, so know that I act, but I am not the doer. I witness, but I will not abandon my dharma, which is doing the right thing. So we are not here to spiritually bypass what's happening in the world. We are not also meant not to be destroyed by it. The astrology is asking us to grow up spiritually and stand in a violent, uncertain world without becoming violent or uncertain within ourselves. It's making us brave. So tonight we're going to unpack this together with astrology, tarot, wisdom, and compassion. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I lost about 100 subscribers in my recent absence while my husband and I settled in a new country. And I also have a new class release. The link is in the description. It's called Clearing Karma, a practical guide to healing your past through Vedic astrology. And if you sign up now, you get 25% off, and it's only $15 a class. And it's an hour and a half per class for 10 classes. So it's going to be really great. And so without further ado, I am so happy to introduce my wonderful guest tonight. You have seen us read before, and every single time it is a joy to share space with her, the lovely Marina. It is lovely to see you.
Hello, so glad to be here. Oh, I was going to say hello. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. It's always so much fun when we do these readings. And thank you so much for all that astrological information and for the mantra. You know, when I hear you do the mantras and I close my eyes, yeah, when you're done, I can feel something has shifted, something has changed. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh,
So glad to
wonderful.
be here.
Okay,
Yeah.
we might have to go back and forth with our mics again. So I just want because I can hear an echo. But yeah, so if you guys have not subscribed to Marina and you are one of my regulars, please do. She's a very deeply intuitive reader. She's a medium who brings through messages with a lot of love, a lot of honesty, and a ton of clarity. And she's also very funny. She's a very humorous reader as well. Her work is very heart-centered. She's beautifully guided. She's grounded in compassion. Jonathan and I scheduled a reading with her, and it was wonderful. So I highly recommend that you do book a reading. And she has her own divinely guided deck as well, which is very fun to hear from. And she connects with spirit in a way that feels very comforting and empowering. So thank you for being here with me tonight. I love reading with you too, and I'm so excited to do this. And I want to say hi to some people in the audience. And we can go back and forth too. Okay, so happy new moon, Mary Starshine. Welcome, welcome. All right, Dawn, welcome. Good to see you. Joan Baker is here. Jelly Sphere 1, lovely to see you. And Just kind of going through the list here, and go ahead and get your questions in, and I'll go ahead and start tagging them, okay? The lovely Bunny Young is here. Good to see you. Michelle Krantz. Garnet's here. Good to see you, Garnet. Yay, Venus. Lovely to see you, Venus. And just to let everybody know, tips get priority, and then we go in order of those that are here. And if we get to you, we get to you. But you do need to be in the audience to receive your reading, and try to be specific with your answers as well. So, like message from my guides. What would you like to hear from your guides? Because that's something that we can get a little more info on for you. JR is here. Good to see you. Time Matters. Dibs. Janice. Barb is here. Good to see you, Barb. And Main Street, good to see you. Rachel Rose is here. Yes, this new moon was a lot. Oh, and a lot of secrets are going to come out after the eclipse on the 17th of February. I'll go more into that too. And Garnet's a Capricorn. Okay, so you're definitely feeling this. That's a lot of energy. And then let's see. Salama is here. Good to see you. Ooh, -17. Yeah, I would maybe walk barefoot in the house. So, or just put some wool socks on. Yeah, or go for a nice walk in nature. And then Shambhala Healing Center. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Barbara Moore, you've been writing about the same thing. Okay, very good. Oh, and I'm glad that you like the mantras, Shambhala. I love doing mantras. It's a big part of my practice, my sadhana. And then, oh, Polar Bear Plunge, that's exciting. And Salama, I'll go ahead and get your question in. So you are in. We left Los Estados Unidos, and we are in Mexico. So, and we love it here because the culture is fantastic. So we are very loved, and I'm very glad that we made the change. Corn Plum is here. And then we have, let's see, the lovely Tacoma Personal Injury, two of the best readers on the planet. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. And then, yes, I agree. She does look very beautiful tonight. The lovely Shem is here. Good to see you, Shem. Catherine Jones. It is important to know your birth time, but I do have a service where we figure it out. I ask you a certain number of questions, and then we can figure out where your first house is, because that determines, like, you know, patterns of illness or major life events or something like that. So, and then Rolf Simport, good to see you. You're so welcome. Innocent Potato. All right, Garnet, I got your question in. I'm just going through. I like her hair too. It's really pretty. I curled mine so I could keep up with her. I was watching her show earlier today, and I was like, I got to go get my hair done. So Vicky Howell is here. Iowa Flies is here. Oh my goodness, so many lovely people here. And Vicky Howell, you would love a reading. And you're welcome, Dawn. All right, thank you, Shem. All right, what is a void moon? Okay, I got your question in. All right. And you're welcome. Awesome. Okay, so go ahead and get your questions in. I'm going to check the email over here. Okay, we already have some tippers. All of the links are in the description, guys. We have Rachel Rose, and then we have Barbara Moore. Okay, so Rachel Rose and Barbara Moore, go ahead and get your questions in, and we will pull cards for you. And you guys are very lucky because Marina's a superstar. So it's we're very lucky tonight, guys.
You're making me blush. But keep it up. Keep it up.
So the lovely Laura is here. Good to see you, Laura, as always. Okay. All right, so go ahead and get your questions in, guys, and we will go ahead and get started. Rachel, you're first, so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some cards for you now. And go ahead and give us a very specific question. I agree. Yes. Oh, very cool, Innocent Potato. Love that. And in our line of work, yes, you got to tap in. So we have to set lots of boundaries, re-entry with our energy. That's why I do all of those beautiful mantras. Okay. All right, Barbara, I got your question in. Okay. Miss Rachel, I'm apartment hunting. I have two current options. I would love cards for these. First is a little house with chickens out of a renovated barn. The second is a garage apartment near me.
Okay, did you want me to go ahead? All righty, thank you. Okay, Rachel, what I'm getting is the first one, it's a little house with the chickens. That one, I think, it feels a lot more balanced, a lot nicer. And what I pulled for that house was relief and answers, as well as expect miracles. And then when I pulled for the other house, I got lack of motivation and caring for others. And that kind of made me wonder if, especially with the caring for others, is if you're going to be if you're going to be encouraged, let's say, by the landlords to, well, can you help me with this? Can you help me do that? Oh, it'll only take a minute, and so on. So it feels like the first one with the chickens is the way to go. So that's what I get.
I got similar cards. Of course we did. So for the first one, I got Sagittarius. And so this tells me that it's going to be a place where you can get out and explore the neighborhood, really feel like, you belong there. I say that because I got 11th house. This is the house of friendship and getting together with groups. There might be even a dog park nearby, something like that. So there's going to be a lot of chances for you to make connections at that location. And you might be a little afraid of moving right now. Don't be, because this is a good change. Don't be afraid of the changes that this new place brings, because it's going to bring new and exciting people into your life that are going to change your philosophies and help expand your world. So I like the first one. Now the second one, I love that Marina mentioned the landlord. I got Capricorn, and I got this, and I went, okay, so maybe this is a place where it's a little more practical. Maybe it's close to work or something. But then I got the King of Pentacles reversed. That's the landlord. So, and then I got construction. He's going to want you to fix the place up for him. So, yeah, if you're looking for a construction job and you're making a lot of repairs or dealing with a lot of repairs, and a landlord that wants you to do it, I can see that happening in the second apartment. The first apartment is a much better option. So then that's what I have for you now. Obviously, keep your options open and don't make any impulsive decisions during the wars. But I think we got great cards for the first one if you have to move soon. So I hope that was helpful. And then she goes, well, the second ones are dog breeders, so maybe that's it. Possibly, possibly, yeah. So she says no. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing construction for my landlord either. So, and then when should I make a decision? It's up to you when you want to make a decision, because but let's see if my cards say anything specific. I got Queen of Pentacles. So, you're ready when you're ready. I mean, you can do it now if you'd like to. So, yeah, and especially for the first one. Okay, Miss Rachel. Hope that was
And I got prepare and organize. So yeah, it's up to you. If it's on your list of things to do, get ready, start doing it.
okay. So, well, they'll eventually sell. So mid-March. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. She understands her material world. She goes, thanks. I'm scared to move and stay here. Yeah, well, so I did get death reversed. Don't be afraid of the change. It's a good change coming your way. Okay. All right. I'm getting all your questions in. Okay, Barbara, you are next. Let me find your question here. I am feeling a little bored and wonder what I need to do. Okay.
Okay. So, Barb, what I got for you is when you decide what it is that that is going to make you happy, it's going to require some action on your part. It's not enough just to say, "Oh, I'm bored." What is it that is making you bored? And I think that your part of the boredom comes from, and you can let us know if this is true or not. But I think that there's there's a relationship that you have kind of been involved in that isn't really working out the way that you thought it would. I think that there's a good deal of hurt feelings that are there, um, and it is you can feel the tension as it escalates. So part of that is when you feel that kind of boredom, you don't really want to do anything because it almost feels like no relationship. Okay, well, if it's not a relationship, could be a work thing or a family thing, but there's definitely something there that has caused those hurt feelings, and it's yeah, stagnant. Okay, so you need to find your comfort zone. And yeah, easy to say. How do you do that? Um, you're what you're going to get is reward for effort. So as soon as you start making decisions and kind of moving forward, you're going to see that things are going to improve, and they're going to improve quickly. So let me answer with a question. Okay, if money and time were absolutely taken out of the equation, what would you be doing? And when you can answer that, then you'll know that is kind of where your passion, where your joy is. And then look at a spiritual energy reading after removing a roommate. Didn't I say that? Yes. Okay. So, yeah, make sure that you smudge the area and cut any cords. Think about any comments, any things, and any words that were said between the two of you, and just release it, let it go, cut the cords, and then you'd be traveling. Good. Then look at some opportunities where you can um, pick up a new language, sign up for maybe some language classes, or you're thinking of traveling to France. Good. See if you can find some courses or some things at the local library, things that don't cost any money, that will tell you all about France and all about the different districts. Take steps towards making that happen. Right, I'm taking this class because I eventually or I will be traveling to France in the next couple of years, and I want to be prepared. So um, do that. Do that. That is what's going to get you out of this little fun. Okay.
My cards mirrored that, and I'm using astrology cards. So I got that this is something you need to do on your own. You need to put yourself first and not let anybody tell you what to do or how to do it. Okay, this is all about you being center stage. Okay, then I got the ninth house of travel and philosophy, learning new things that expand your thinking and traveling to foreign lands. Because this is not short term travels, these are weather balloons. This is long term travel and thinking. So, taking a class that expands your philosophies, that really makes you kind of excited, could be about travel as well. But this is long term travel card. Get out of the house. That's the main thing they're saying. Now, this is what's blocking you a little bit. I got the Hierophant reverse. Now, the Hierophant is the guru. The guru rules the ninth house. It's all about expansion. It's all about that Chiron energy, that wounded healer that gets out of his own way to find remedies for, in your case, boredom, for getting out of that stagnant flow in life. So this is also my false authority card. So if someone in your environment says, oh, don't do that, that's a waste of money, or what are you reading that for? Shut that voice up, because it's not for your best or highest good. And then, Marina did tap into that energy, and I got the reprisal card. Okay, what is this card about? It tells me that you need to avoid any retaliation from others, whether it's at work or regarding finances, anyone who's draining your time or your energy right now. Re-examine why you're allowing this person into your life, or this energy into your life, because it's blocking your ability to pursue healthy, valuable experiences. And if there's that little nagging voice from maybe from the past, from this particular type of person, don't allow them to cause you not to make plans. And don't dwell on the the things that they said to you. Forgive them, move on, and shut that voice up. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. I'm really excited to see where you're going to travel. And I love that Marina and I tapped into the same energy. I love reading with you, Marina. Okay.
So it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay.
So our next question is from, I'm going to check my thing here, Laura. Okay, Miss Laura. Just checking to see. I did get a tip from Laura. Okay, so you are next, my dear. All of the links are in the description if you want to get ahead of the line. And we have a really long list, so we may not get to you, but make sure you're in the audience. And when we go through lightning round, we're just going to do one at a time because we have a huge list. Okay. All right. And she says, thank you, ladies. It feels a bit off. Yeah, you can work through this. You've got this. All right. And you're welcome. Yeah, old nagging voice. I hear that. Yeah, we all have one of those for sure. And yes, you guys can ask a question. You can do super chats. I've got everything set up. Okay. So let's see. Let me find your question. I know I just tagged it, Laura. And I think you have the roommate situation as well. Let's see. Let me go ahead and click on that. It's good to see you, Laura. I hope you're doing well. Okay, a spiritual energy reading after removing a roommate. Okay, you got it. We're removing all kinds of stuff during these wars. So it's good that we set boundaries that are appropriate and not let others abuse our energy, because that's going on a lot in the collective right now. So, okay.
Okay, Laura. Yeah, this came through very, very clearly. Okay. Release and let go. Uh, Part of the release and let go is you're reliving the situation and trying to figure out if things could have gone differently. It's not going to serve you well, put it that way, because things happened the way that they did for a reason. So trying to imagine and kind of relive the conversations really doesn't serve any purpose. So release and let go. It doesn't. Forgiving you don't do for the other person, you do for yourself, because that's when you release and let go. You can say, you know what, I honor the learning experience. I honor the lesson here, and I acknowledge that the lesson was in um, whatever that might have been for you. You know, I let too many things slide before I said something, and that kind of caused a problem. So um, think about that before a new roommate comes in, because it's going to require a little bit of a change of direction. Okay, that when you know what it is that you can, what it what it is that you can tolerate and you can't tolerate. Be honest with the next person that is coming in. Let them know the things that are kind of negotiable, and the things that are, no, this is a boundary. You do not cross that line. It doesn't mean that you have to be nasty about it. It's a very general conversation, in that, one of the things that really annoys me is when people leave wet towels on the floor in the bathroom. So, it's one of my pet peeves. I'm sure you have some. Please don't do that, because I'll probably pick it up and throw it on your bed. Just in kind of a humorous, lighthearted way, to let them know that, yeah, this is don't push me. Don't test me on this one. It's not going to work out well. Also requires a change in perspective, in that there are, everybody has ways that they like to do things, and there's nothing wrong with asking someone how they like things. How do you, what's your preferred method of communication? If, I'm sure that, we're going to come up with things where we're going to disagree. So do you prefer, that I approach you and say, hey, we need to talk? Are you better with an email or texting or whatnot? But include them in that and make them feel like they can. And then, yeah, be ready. There's relief and answers. People they're going to want to work with you if they know what the expectation is. If you just kind of leave it wide open and say, oh, you know what, I'm easy to get along with, and then all of a sudden you pitch a fit because they did something, right? That's not what they were expecting, and they're going to hold back. So I think that, yeah, the big message that I'm getting is that roommate, let that go. Smudge the place, send them away with light and love. I wish you nothing. I want you to have the kind of life you deserve. I wish you nothing but love and peace and joy over there, just not with me. And bye for now. There. That's what I got.
Okay, I got very similar reading. The first I got was the sun. Stand up for yourself. This is the ego. It was very important for you to shine and tell this person, look, I'm not going to let you cross my boundaries. Then I got the 11th house of your associations. This is the house of, friendships, our tribe, the people that we choose to live with and be around. You set an ego boundary with this person, and it was appropriate. Why? Because their energy is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is not a responsible person. This is not an accountable person. You want to attract more of that energy into your life and not be worried about, solving this other person's problems because they're not taking accountability for their own actions. Those are never fun to deal with. Okay. Then I went to my Mahabharata Oracle, and I got the perfect card for you. I got Goddess Ganga. This is preconditions. When Ganga flows into your reading, boundaries become sacred vows. Ganga did not negotiate her worth. Her conditions were not as seen as punishments. They were declarations of her sovereignty. So that explains the Sun 11th house energy that I got for you. She was honoring herself, and she modeled a lot of emotional autonomy in an age that denied it to a lot of women. And her departure from her husband at the time, because he did not honor her boundaries, was not abandonment, but consequence for his actions. So this card is empowering you to state your terms very clearly with people in the future. Agreements must be mutual and respected. And silence or self-betrayal will only weaken the bonds that you have with others and attract this Queen of Pentacles reversed energy into your life, which you don't want that. So define your expectations very openly, because healthy relationships honor boundaries without resistance. So you would need to clarify any contracts that you have. If you're going to bring in another roommate, any responsibilities, you need to protect your energy and your time. And know that boundaries are not walls, they are bridges of mutual respect. Okay. And then I got the desire card, and this could be the other person's energy a little bit. They're they need a little more honesty thrown their way. Okay, so this is a very it's they kind of burn bridges impulsively. So a lot of craving, a lot of compulsions, a lot of restlessness coming from this person. So you did not lose anything here. Okay, so know that people like this are dangerous because they're consumers. They consume wisdom, and they don't take the lessons that they're given. So you set your preconditions, you did the right thing. Marina said not to dwell on it, and I completely agree with your choice and Marina's options as well. So we hope that was helpful, dear. Thank you for letting us tap into your situation. Good to see you, fun boy. Good to see you, Tracy. Lots of people coming in. You're welcome, Laura. And Darren is here. So good to see you. Thank you for the good wishes. Letitia, good to see you. Okay, so let me see who is next. I think someone had a star here. Let me find them. It was Vicky. Okay, Vicky, we do have a $5 minimum, but you did tip, so go ahead and ask a question, and then we're going to go ahead and do lightning round. Okay, Miss Vicky, what is your question? I'm looking up. Oh, here it is. What do my finances look like for 2026? Okay, got it.
Alrighty, Vicky. 2026 financially is not going to actually be the way that you expect. But the good news behind that is I think that it could be a lot better than what you're anticipating. So I think that I get affected by the externals. So if you're currently working, there might be changes within the job. However, don't look at it as, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. I can't do. Look at it as, oh, this is an opportunity. Spirit wants me out of this place because there's something better coming for me. Because I also got adventure and travel, and I think that there could be a move involved, and it could be work related, and also innovative ideas. So I think if you allow yourself a little bit of time to consider that something that might initially appear as if it's negative is actually positive, and concentrate on the positive, I think that 2026 is going to be a really good year for you, and you might come up with an interesting new idea to start a side business, or have an opportunity to get into a career that paid. Oh, you're on Social Security. Okay, then in that case, then think about ways that that you can supplement your income without having a lot of expense, right? Um, think outside the box, but I think that it's going to be better than expected. So who knows? You might end up winning the lottery.
I got good cards too, Maria. So Vicky, good news is they haven't taken Social Security yet. That's going to get sparked after the December 5th when the nodes change signs, and the eclipses in 2027 will be playing around with a little bit of that. So you might see a decrease, but not this year. Okay. I've been paying attention because my husband is on Social Security. So I got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's not a bad card to get for this year. This is literally like a lottery card. Okay. And then I got the Three of Cups. Now, what this tells me is, do you live alone, dear? Or is there a group of friends that you can live in with, or go on a trip with, or do something fun with, that will help you all save money and time and expenses and pool your resources together? Because I know a lot of women are doing this, or just, developing roommates and things like that. Okay. So that's something you could do. Regardless, they really want you to get out and just try to not be as isolated. Try to make some friends. Try to make those really core connections. Okay. I don't know what I'd do without my girlfriends. Okay. So then I've got the Two of Swords. Okay, what does this tell me? This is answers found through meditation. Right. So there is some kind of blocked perception that you have regarding your finances. And if you take a little time for rest and withdrawal and meditation, you can kind of get out of this state of denial or avoidance that they're showing me. And you can get out of this mental stalemate. And because we want this upside down, we want clarity coming your way regarding finances. So you're not seeing something clearly. Okay. There could be someone in your circle that can make that clear for you, because sometimes we have blind spots, and it's important that we get around others to kind of help us identify it. Then I went to my Mahabharata oracle, and this tells me that you have some psychic hits coming. I got the intuition card. This is Sanjaya. He appears when unseen truths reveal themselves. Okay, so his gift was actually perception beyond the physical sight. He used his beautiful ajna. That's his third eye. He bridged worlds, and he translated a lot of divine awareness into our understanding. That's why I said answers through meditation. His intuition served others through a lot of clarity and truth. So this card signals that you are going to be given some inner perception this year and some subtle impressions and synchronicities. So know that insight will really guide your strategy for career and money this year, and pay attention to those instincts during your decision making. Okay, run it past some girlfriends. That can be really helpful. But meditation will definitely enhance your clarity and your balance. And the answers that you seek are already within you. You just have to tap into them. So tap into that inner perception, that divine voice inside of you, and you will be led in the right direction. Okay, so I am excited for you. I love it when spirit pops in and says, hey, we're trying to get her attention. So yeah, uh, Larry and my partner ER. Okay, well, that's good company too. Just get together, bounce some ideas back and forth. And they do want you to pick up some girlfriends. That's what they're telling me. Like, it's important for you to have a tribe of women around you, because when women get together, our intuition spikes. It's just something about us. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, sweetie. All right, so let me go ahead and check we have another tip coming in. Jody Jenkins. Okay, Miss Jody, let me find your question. You're so welcome, Vicki. Good to see you, Marby. Saw her in the chat earlier. Okay. Oh, I'm glad your dad got a raise, Tishy. That's great. Okay, Letitia, I'll get your question in. All right, I am looking for your question. There's a lot of them, so definitely make sure that you're in the audience, and we're just going to fly through some of these, okay? I'm not seeing it, so please go ahead and ask it. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get to you next. Okay. Okay, what do I need to know right now? Can you give us a little bit more specific of a question? We're going to pull some cards for you, but just give us an idea of what that's around. Okay, sweetie, so that way we can give you a much better, clearer reading.
Okay, just Jody. Um, if you, Jody, can you let me know, please, before I go further with this? Are you of childbearing years? Are you of childbearing age? Um, because yeah, there either um either you yourself, and I don't know if this is going to be news to you, but either you are going to, I'm 37, daughter is 18. Okay. So there there is a new child that is coming into your life, whether that is you or your daughter. But this is an unexpected surprise. It's not something that either one of you is prepared for. It it's definitely going to raise some questions. So it is entirely possible that maybe you yourself might be pregnant. Block out the chaos, see this for what it is. And in a lot of ways, it feels like expect miracles, that there's, um, this is something that was totally out of the blue. So if you're thinking about what direction to go in, uh, if you're not on birth control, maybe get on birth control. But I do see it. I do see a pregnancy child coming in. Daughter, son has transitioned. Not right now. Okay. Well, there. That's what I'm getting. So let's see what Michelle.
Okay, well, I did get some cards that pull into what Marina was getting into as well. Random, I'm in a relationship. He is 67. Okay, so you have an age gap relationship like I do too. And he had the snip. Okay, so this could be the daughter. It could someone in and around your life. It could be that. I did get ninth house. It's possible that if you are thinking about traveling somewhere, that is in the cards for you. It can help you clear your mind. If you're thinking about taking a class to expand your knowledge or philosophy, things like that. Because there is something that's about to come into your life that's going to require you to really balance your priorities. And when I pull the temperance card, this is all about divine moderation, integration of something new in your life. And you don't, there's a lot of, how do I say this, blending and harmony that's going to be required when this change takes place. So this is a conscious blending of the opposites. You see the sun and the moon here. And the moon is our inner self and the sun is our ego. So you're really going to need to balance out this part of yourself for the changes that I see coming. Now, I did get the loyalty card. So you do have some fierce, loyal people in and around you. This is actually an elephant that was in the Mahabharata war that gave his life for his master. So you have someone in and around you that is very protective of you. So that's very good. I love seeing that. But the reason I chuckled a little bit when she said possibly there is a child coming into your life is that when I gave a reading the other day, I pulled Gondari, and this is the dedication card, and it was about either adopting or conceiving a child. So the story in around this is a devotion through active shared experiences. Now, Gondavari, her husband was blind. And so what she did was she blindfolded herself and would literally walk around as a blind person when she wasn't leading her husband so she could empathize with his situation and what it was like to basically be him in the world so she could be a better guide for him. So there's someone who's going to come with you. It's going to require some loyalty and they're going to need your help. Okay. So support and empathy will really strengthen your bonds with this person, and it's going to bring a lot of transformation in your life and theirs as well. So because true dedication, it comes from the heart. Okay, so it's going to be a shared experience that completely reshapes your perception. And this has nothing to do with childbirth, but I just gave a reading and she came up and it was about a child entering a family's life. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, that I just gave a reading on that. So Yeah, well, I'm kind of excited to see what comes your way. And she goes, no daughter turning into son. LOL. Interesting. We'll see. Okay. Yep. Lots of empathy. Phew. Yeah. So you do have something big coming. Just prepare for it. Try to be as balanced as possible. And right now, they want you to go on some kind of a trip to reset things and really get your mind straight. You might even learn something new on this trip that will help you deal with and balance this new energy, this new flow that's coming into your life. But I love it when I pull the loyalty card, which tells me you've got a support system around you, and this person does too. So, yeah, you're going to need that. Okay. Hope that was helpful, sweetie. Woo. All right. Now let's go to our next question. And it is the lovely Steve. I recently had two members of my family admitted to the hospital. I'm so sorry. One has Alzheimer's, the other cancer. How does my 2026 physical health look like? Well, I can see why you're questioning your health. Okay, we'll look into that for you, sweetie. And lots of prayers for your family members.
Okay, Steve. So, couple things that I'm getting with this is, um, I I understand how challenging it would be to, yeah, have two family members with something that serious. So, the first card that I pulled was prepare and organize. So there's always preparation that comes when we're dealing with people who have those life altering things that happen to them. It doesn't mean that you're waiting for something awful to happen. It just means that you're taking steps so that should A happen, it doesn't catch you by surprise, and you can say, okay, all right, I've thought about that, and this is a plan. This is something that you can take forward. There, in both cases, I think that they might be making progress, or you're going to be making progress in terms of not seeing their diagnosis as being um, kind of gloom and doom on your health. Now, I also got be brave and deal with it. That kind of puts me of the mindset that if you were to sit back and start giving in to some of the negative feelings that might come up, oh my gosh, there's this and there's this in the family, oh, and I'm a certain age and so on. Concentrating on that energy is just going to bring more of that energy in. So, you can get yourself to the point that you do become physically sick because you're worried about all these things happening. So being brave and dealing with it is like, okay, this is unfortunate that this is happening to Uncle Bob, and this is unfortunate that, Aunt Judy has to deal with that. How can I be of service? How can I be helpful? What can I do so that you're not kind of cocooning and thinking, oh God, who's next? Who's next? So it's deal with the shock of the news and then release and let go. Um, what will be. um just keep your outlook positive, and know that every day that you're here, you're making progress. So yeah, don't give in to the fears of what might happen, because generally when we do that, it's never ever as bad as we think that it might be. So yeah, just let that go and see if you can be of service. That's what I got.
Okay, well, again, similar cards. The first card I got was Jupiter. Things are going to be okay. You're you're being blessed this year because whenever I call him the Santa Claus of the zodiac, whenever Jupiter goes over our ascendant, especially, a lot of really great physical things result from that. And I had him stationed direct on mine last year. It was wonderful. So you do have some good things coming this year. Now, I did get a little bit of a shadow energy, which I believe that Marina picked up on as well. And I got temperance, but it came up reversed. So avoid imbalance in your life. This could be in the form of burnout, unwilling to move on, or as she said, let go, holding on to your ideas too tightly, overreacting to the situation. There's a lack of balance when I get this card. So this is a time of divine moderation for you. Okay, Steve. And then I went to my Mahabharata Oracle and I got the loyalty card for you too. So, what this tells me is that consistency in routines will produce long term benefits for you. And Supratika, he did not abandon his, that's the name of the elephant here, he did not abandon his duties. So, this is all about reliable support, loyalty, what is required of you in this situation. So, giving of your time and energy without allowing it to cause burnout is going to be very clear for you this year. And then I got the Infinity card. And so this is also another really great card. This tells me that maybe some mantras, some breath work, or some sound healing can bring renewal into your life because this is a very spiritual card. These are things that I do when I'm really stressed out because I like to stay on top of things and what's going on in the world. And it's important that I do my spiritual practices so that I'm not coming from a reactive place, but from a purposeful, calm, and dharmic place. Okay. So when we're undergoing stress, especially when we see our family members struggling, it's important to be loyal and make sure that we're doing our spiritual practices so that we're coming from a grounded place that isn't going to cause that burnout that I got from that reverse temperance. Okay. Overall, then I pulled the abundance card. This is God Kubera. He appears when prosperity is going to flow freely. So this goes along with Jupiter, who I pulled earlier. This card heralds a lot of expansion and opportunity, and abundance is increased when it is shared. Okay, so there's an abundance of energy that's going to support the well being this year, and know that prosperity is really going to thrive through your openness, but not too open because you do need to respect your boundaries and making sure that you don't get burnt out over all of the energy surrounding the illnesses. Okay, sending you lots of love as you deal with this. You got this, Steve, and thank you for being a family member that cares. That means a lot. That means the world to family that are struggling. Okay. Yes, I agree, Garnet. He does make a nice cuppa. All right. Take care, Barb. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and check the account really quick. All right. I did not see any others come in, so we're going to go in order and we're just going to go back and forth. Okay. So let me go to the beginning here. Is Salama still with us? Please check in, Salama. Garnet, I believe you're still with us. Garnet's next. And let's see. And then Joan, are you here? Oh, and you went a little bit further in your question, Salama. Okay, so I got that one too. Salama is here, and you're so welcome, Steve. All right, so Salama is here and Garnet is here. Would you like Garnet, question my soul going forward? Where does it lay? Or would you like Salama, New Moon, and Capricorn bringing me a job opportunity? I've been jobless for long. Which one would you like, Marina?
Yeah. I can do Salama.
I'll do Garnet.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Salama. I like the way this starts. It says, change is coming. So if you have been unemployed for a little while, I think that there might be opportunities for you to be employed. Reward for effort. So you've been out there, you've kind of, pounding the pavement and sending out resumes and so on. I think that you may have recently had an interview and you're thinking a lot about about that particular job, just release and let go. Okay. If what is meant for you will never pass you by. So I think that there is something, uh, yeah, been jobless since October. I think that there is something on the horizon for you. Just be open to it. Keep doing what you're doing, and you will be rewarded. That's what I got.
Okay, Garnet, soul path going forward. Where does it lay? Well, I got that you're interested. This is the Sagittarius card. Okay, this is about trying to get into those insights and figure out what's going on. But then, Garnet, I pulled the Chariot reverse. So your thinking and your philosophies may be a little scattered right now. So the thing I love about Sagittarians is they can take all of their focus and put it into a laser point. Aries tend to be very warrior like and scattered with their energy. They're like a brush fire. Sagittarians are like laser pointers. So what they want you to do is when your life, if it feels a little uncontrollable, keep your emotions at bay. Don't lose sight of your goals, especially spiritually, and try to organize the way that you are living your life right now and pursuing your spirituality. You can take a class because this is Sagittarius. It's all about ninth house, expanding your philosophies. But they're saying that you're a little stuck right now. You're like a chariot stuck in the mud, and it's important for you to pick a direction, stick with it, and stay organized as you go through it. Get a notebook, get a pen, take a class, really expand your thinking. And then I got some little shadow energy that you're holding on to. I got the reprisal card. There's some forgiveness that needs to happen on your end regarding a woman in your life, maybe more than one. Yes, and that letting those emotions go will free you toward a less scattered focus and a more how do I say this? More directional mastery and momentum in your spiritual path. Okay, because authority comes from disciplined movement forward, and if you want to kind of get out of that stuck energy, that's the advice from your guides. Okay, sweetie, hope that was helpful. Okay. Now, Joan is here. Is Gigi still here? Gigi, hi from California. Are you here? And then we have, let's see. All right. And then Susan Gonzalez. Are you here? So let's see here. You're welcome, Garnet. Thank you so much for your tip. Okay. Gigi's here. Yay. Okay, so Gigi has checked in and Joan is here. Okay, would you like Gigi or Joan's question, Marina? Can you see them in the start area? So we have Joan, Libra, Aquarius, Rising Sun. What do you see me for me this year? And then Gigi's asking about an ex-boyfriend. Okay. Yeah, you're on mute, so go ahead.
Sorry, sorry. I'll do Gigi. I think I just read for Joan in very very quickly, so I'll do Gigi. Okay.
Okay, so Gigi is hi from California. I need you to read about my late ex-boyfriend. You read about I let him go. I've been having dreams. I'm not crying anymore. Very good. And then please give me a card. I'm traveling to Paris this year. My friend Steve invites me. Oh, girl, I love that for you. Ah.
Yeah. Okay. So the new beginnings. Okay, you're starting something new. You're starting something fresh. It's okay to um to look back on a past relationship, and I mean I've said this ad nauseum. Look at the lessons. Thank that person's energy for the lessons that they taught you and the opportunities to learn that they gave you. It doesn't mean that you want them back in your life. You're just grateful for the relationship and what it was able to teach you. So the fact that you're You might be dreaming about him, but you're not crying anymore. That's a good sign. That's like accepting what it is and saying, thank you. You're dreaming. You're acknowledging him. And that's okay. And I have a feeling that the dreaming is going to stop fairly quickly with this new beginning. And this is an improved situation for you where you're yeah, this feels like a much more equitable relationship. Okay. Um, so yeah, protect your energy. Know um, what your boundaries are, what you are willing to do and not willing to do. Stand in your sovereignty, but I think you're going to have fun and enjoy Paris. Oh my gosh, enjoy Paris.
Okay, I have the lovely Joan. Okay, Miss Joan, you might want to schedule a reading with me. The reason I say that is I pulled Saturn. Saturn tends to create interesting moments in our lives. Okay, I had him go over my moon recently, and oh my goodness, he revealed some stuff. Okay, he brings a lot of limits regarding our interactions in whatever house he's aspecting. So look to see where he's at in the sky right now, and if he's going over any of your planets or aspecting over them, if he's aspecting himself especially, because that could bring a tower moment. Okay, so whenever I pull Saturn in the tower, it tells me you have a huge karmic lesson coming your way. It is for your highest good. Do not fear it. If you need some remedies or some direction on what is coming, schedule a reading. I'm kind of an expert with Saturn. He rules my moon, and I've been doing a lot of work with him, and I've done a lot of study on him as an energy. So whenever I pull this, it tells me that there's going to be a crisis, but some upheaval, some flux, but it's there to destroy illusions in your life. It's going to bring forth a revelation. So this is a collapse of false power in and around you. A lot of illusions regarding this particular house or planet that he is aspecting are going to be shattered. And authority cannot stand as it is forcibly removed by his energy. So there's going to be a sudden truth followed by an ego collapse. Okay. It's going to be a bit of a shock, but know that it is for your highest and best good. Okay. When you find out, don't try to seek vengeance immediately. Okay. The person might be wrong or the situation might be wrong. Depending on where this is happening in your chart, but don't try to enact vengeance. Try to be grateful for the lesson that you're being given and try to learn as much as you can from it. Whenever I met a really negative energy or situation, what I do is I imagine the spirit of the divine looking back at me and saying, this is what I'm trying to teach you right now. How are you going to react? And I don't look at the person specifically or place blame on them. I look at my inner self and go, what am I supposed to be learning right now? How am I supposed to disseminate the information that this person is giving me right now? And how do I need to respond in a way that is going to help my soul grow? Okay. So that's a bit of an intense reading, Joan, but you got this. Okay. Let's see if you're seeing it. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you. Okay. So is Susan Gonzalez here? Is, let's see, is Fun Boy still here? Is Tracy still here? And is Letitia still here? Please check in. Check in, check in. You're welcome, Joan, and best of luck to you. Fun Boy is here, okay. And Tracy is here. Good to see you, Kaylee. And okay, so would you like Fun Boy, will I find a better job? Or Tracy, I'm in a new relationship. Can I have any further direction?
I can, I can do Fun Boy. Okay, Fun Boy. I'm thinking that there you are going to have an opportunity to get into something different. However, it's going to take initially a little bit of extra work on your part. So whether that is a little bit of upgrading, um, adding um, to your qualifications, or testing for a higher qualification. So it's kind of like, if you're a welder, and one of the things that companies are looking for is people who are qualified, let's say in MIG welding, you don't have that, you might want to invest in the course. So I do think that there is something that's just going to require you to put in a little more effort and break through progress. I think that once you do that, and vitality boost, I think you're going to be happy with, if you're once you're able to upgrade your skills. I think that you're going to find that a job is going to be a lot easier, or a different job is going to be a lot easier to find, and it's time to reflect. So think back about what it is that you want to do, where it is that you want to spend your time and your energy, and then concentrate on making that better. Yep, had to pass on the best security job offer because I didn't have. There you go. All right, make sure you get that. Make sure that you get what you need so that they have no reason to say no to you.
Okay, so Miss Tracy, let's see. I am in a new relationship. Can I have insight into the direction, please? Okay, well, I got the direction card. I got Sagittarius. Okay, so this is all about putting all of your focus and all of your wherewithal into paying attention to what's going on and taking action based on your findings. I have a little bit of a warning for you, dear. Okay, now this is not the best time to start a relationship because Venus has been at war all month. Okay, and then Venus also just went through a Gandanta in December, and there was a combustion. It was not a good time for Venus. So women are a little on edge right now. Okay, I've had a lot of readings regarding this, especially December into January. Okay, I say this with absolute love. Really pay attention to this person because I did get the Seven of Swords. This is the masquerading person. Okay, they're very cunning. There's some visible deception going on. This is an enemy card. Okay, this is a card of lies. So really focused on if there's any kind of deception, especially early on in the relationship that's going on, or any type of secrecy. Look into it. Focus in on it. Don't deny it. Okay. The energy that I think is very good for you and that I think would be positive for you is this type of energy. I got the King of Wands. Okay. This is someone who is they're a self-confident leader. They're very in tune with their sexuality. They have very strong tendencies. They're very passionate. They're a team leader. So you don't want to focus on this energy. You want to focus on this energy regarding your relationships. Okay. This is someone who's very good at negotiating, and they take a lot of leadership and responsibility. They do not steal the energy or ideas from others. They don't get into relationships so they can take advantage of people. Then I pulled the reprisal card. Once you figure out what's been going on, don't try to enact revenge immediately. See this person as someone that you need to learn from and to, respect your own boundaries and energy in and around. Okay. So best of luck to you in that. And I pray that everything goes well for you. Okay, Tracy? He's a Sagittarius. Okay. Well, I did pull that. But this is the warning card. This is the shadow element that is in and around that you need to pay attention. And Wands energy is very fiery. Okay. So is Sagittarius. They're fire signs. So you are drawn to that beautiful fiery energy, but there's a thief in the background. Okay. So just be aware of that energy. You don't want it to sabotage your ability to be in a happy, fulfilling relationship. Okay. So whatever that means to you. Hope that was helpful, sweetie. All right. And he's much younger than me. Okay, well, just, be aware. You got this. Okay, I got the king. Kings tend to be older men. So just be aware of that. Okay. All right. So is Susan here? We've called you earlier. Is Letitia here? And is FP2687? Please check in. And you're very welcome, Tracy. And thank you, Dibs. We appreciate you reminding people to hit like and subscribe. All right. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, please hit the like button. We appreciate that. It's good for the algorithm. Okay. So FP and Letitia are here. Great. Thank you for checking in. All right. So Letitia, do I really have any angels or guides around me? How can I connect with them? And FP, it's Frida from Toronto. What is in store for me with love? Which one would you like, Miss Marina?
Oops. Sorry. I can do FP, a fellow Canadian reading for a fellow Canadian. Okay. All right, I can do that. With love. What is in store with love? And yes, Frida, I'm in Calgary. So hello. All right. Okay. You want this is cute. You want to be in your comfort zone. And I think that when it comes to a relationship, I think that there is someone around you who you might be passing them by. You might be overlooking them because they might be a little outside of your comfort zone. So whether that means they're a little younger than you, they're a little older than you, there's something there that um, uh, you're not kind of giving them credit for. I think that if you slow down and let things take their natural course, this person is going to appear more and more attractive to you, and that leads to new beginnings. So I think that yeah, be open to the people that are within your circle right now, because it does feel like you already know this person. You're just kind of, oh, well, that's just Bob. Bob may deserve a second look. So I think it sounds good. I think it's promising. There, I hope that's helpful, Frida.
Okay, so the lovely Letitia. Do I really have angels or guides around me? Yes, you do. And how can I contact them? Well, I pulled Pisces, which is the spiritual experience card. It literally says the spirituality to ultimately experience, trusting your psychic gifts and knowledge from, resulting from the indecision about. Okay, so this is dreams, idealization. This is tapping into that beautiful Piscean realm of spirit. Okay, so they're inviting you. They're like, hey, come on in. The water's great. Okay. They want to be in contact. They want to. I know Marina actually teaches classes on this stuff, so definitely look her up because she's she's an expert when it comes to tapping into these various guides. Okay, I could teach you about astrology, but she's the expert in this department. Okay. All right. So I did get the lovely chariot. So they're like, let's go, get in your chariot and let's go on a ride together. This is all about making some goals, maybe taking a class, preparing yourself for a real victory in this area as you start to study things. They really want you to, this is kind of like your destiny in motion. It's a drive toward victory in this area. So they're saying, hey, get in the chariot. Let's go on this ride together. It's going to be really fun. Now, there is a little bit of a block. There's some unjustified fears, not really enjoying what you have, maybe some careless, spending of your time. You need to let go of any expectations that are going on this journey, or any control issues that may arise during the time. Like, well, this I'm not hearing from them, or this mediumship isn't working out, or I don't understand the tarot. Here's what happened with me. I went through a ton of different modalities before I found the ones that really worked for me. I am a very I worked in programming. I was really good in math in school. So astrology, especially Vedic astrology, which is like a PhD in India, I got into that and it was like, oh, this is math and science. It just really worked with my personality. I had issues in the other departments. I was really good at the tarot because I have kind of an artistic sense of things. But for instance, there were other areas that I didn't, like the pendulums and everything else. I couldn't get into it. Okay. So experiment, enjoy, have fun, and don't get too attached to the outcome, because you're contacting spirit. And the really beautiful thing about that is they can take you in a lot of different directions until you find the one that is perfect for your particular soul. It's like finding your Ishtadevati. The Ishtadevati is your deity of choice. It's your focus, who you really relate to as a personality based on all of your past births up until now. And they will make themselves known to you. And they probably have a gift in this area, whether it be an angel guide or a god or goddess, or uh, even a various philosophies like Vedic philosophy, astrology, things like that. So enjoy it, have fun, let go of control. Okay. You really want this. So, but it's really important that you're very clear about what you desire from this experience, because innovation in this area, it comes from thinking very differently. So don't be too impulsive when it comes to taking on certain things. You have to be careful, okay? Because spirit, when you start to go on this journey, other things can creep in, okay? So it's really important that you set boundaries for yourself. You protect your energy. You have a spiritual practice in place that creates a psychic shield over you. Because once you start tapping in, you tap into everyone and everything, and you don't want everyone and everything in your space, okay? So danger can come when you consume too much without really looking at the consequences of what you're doing or you're jumping into. Okay. This is especially true in things like mediumship and things like that, when you start to see, various experiences that aren't so pleasant. Okay. So don't be restless. Take it slow. Try not to control the situation, but oh, are they excited to go on this journey with you? So I'm excited to see what you tap into. And again, Marina teaches classes, so she's right here. So I hope that you can tap into that. All right. So we are done for the night. We've been on for an hour and a half. And I just want to thank Marina for joining me today. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you'd like to announce? Anything big going on?
Um, no, in response to Letitia, is yes, the I do offer the Achieving Union course. It's a 30-day course. However, it's not on my schedule, it's on yours. So it involves you receive an email every morning, and there is a little video, 5-7 minutes, and then some exercises that I ask you to do throughout the day. And the purpose is that at the end of the 30 days, you have a much stronger union and appreciation for your spirit guides, for your angels, and what it is that they are trying to communicate with you. And several people who have taken the course have said it was life changing. One of them, as a matter of fact, after the course said, "I had no idea how much my guides are talking to me." No idea. So thank you very much for putting that up, Michelle. Yeah, you can go to my website, marinasheartcentertarot.com, take a look, and even some of the other shorter classes that are only a few hours. Yeah, they're fabulous. So they're that, and The other big thing that I have is coming up on January 31st on Saturday is the 14th Shine Your Light event. So you can join me on my channel at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it is an opportunity for us to gather and consciously manifest the world that we want to live in. So that's that. Yeah. Ah, ah, thank you, Don Turner. Okay. All right. Now I can be quiet.
Okay, so definitely I did put Marina's link in the description to her classes, so go ahead and click on that. I also have a course that I just released. It is about clearing your karma. It's a practical Vedic astrology course for understanding and healing your karmic patterns. It's 10 classes. And I show you where the karma is in your Vedic chart, any unresolved past life patterns that are shaping your personality, your purpose, and causing challenges in this birth. And then how to not only identify those themes, understand the past influences, but then lessen their impact. I give you guys remedial measures for your chart. And we do the charts in class. So you will receive, the recording and everything else, and it's just $15 a class, and it's an hour and a half, and there are 10 of them. And I have an early bird special going on right now, and that is in the description. I just went ahead to the description, and I put in that as well. So yeah, definitely, it's the year of classes. So check us out, and thank you so much.
Well worth it, because when you think about it, you guys, you're going to find 1,000 different ways to spend $15 without giving it a second thought. So yeah, think about investing in yourself, and absolutely do it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me, Marina. It has been an absolute pleasure. I have to have you on again. I love reading with you. And thank you, Venus, for being a wonderful moderator. We really appreciated that. And we're sending you all love. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm low on subscribers, so please go ahead and do that. If you're coming from my channel, you will not be disappointed. Marina's got a million things coming out every week, and she actually has a really great little planner that you can follow, so you can keep up on all of her lovely shows that she does. Okay. So thank you all so much for joining us. Okay.
Yes, and we'll definitely do this again. So yeah, we'll definitely do. Thank you for having me, Michelle. I love this.
I love this too. Thank you. And take care, everyone. I'll see you next Monday, same time. Bye, everyone.
Sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom flows through time.